Life ain't no fairy tale. People lie, deceive, manipulate each other. It's a social circus, and ultimately, it's a game. You have to learn to crack their code if you don't want to be played. To survive in this chaotic world, we need the ability to read people, and in turn, read their intentions. Chapter 1, The Blink Rate. Let's start with the eyes. They don't call them the windows to the soul for nothing. Pay attention to how often someone blinks. It's not a foolproof tell, but often when people blink more than usual, it is a sign of stress or discomfort. They could be lying or feeling uneasy about the situation. But remember, it could also be a dry contact lens, so don't make it your only evidence. Also, check if their eyes are darting around. Avoiding eye contact or staring too intensely. It's all part of the package. Chapter 2, The Pupil Check. Since we're talking about eyes, let's move on to the pupils. You know, those little black circles in the middle of the eyes. Here's something you might not know. They change in size based on how we feel. If you notice someone's pupils getting larger while you're chatting, it could mean they're interested or attracted to you. But tread carefully. Large pupils can also mean they're under the influence of something strong. It's all about context. Chapter 3, The Rhythm of Speech. Everyone's got a different way of talking. Some people spit out words like a machine gun, while others prefer to try a more calm pace. Pay attention to this. A fast talker might be anxious or insecure, trying to get everything out before they lose their nerve. On the other hand, someone who talks slowly, taking their time to articulate each word, could be more confident. They're not worried about losing your attention. They believe what they're saying is worth listening to. Chapter 4, Face Symmetry. This one's a bit weird, but try and stick with me. You ever notice how some people just look trustworthy? Turns out our brains are wired to trust people with symmetrical faces. Scientists think it might have something to do with health and good genes, but that's a lesson for another time. The takeaway is this: we subconsciously trust people with balanced features. But remember, a pretty face doesn't always mean a pretty heart. Trust actions, not appearances. While you're going through the journey of self-improvement, you need the right guidance to efficiently level up in life. All the different aspects of self-improvement are brought together in the 0.1% blueprint. The name already gives it away. You're going to have access to all the information that'll drastically transform your life. Since the gym plays a critical part, we've included an advanced gym program that's fully customizable to your needs. If you're ready to take that next step in your journey, click that link in the description down below. Chapter 5, The Eye Direction. Let's move on to some full-on Sherlock-level stuff now. Notice when people's eyes drift to the left when they're talking or thinking? That's often because they're trying to remember something. Their brain is digging into their memory banks, trying to pull out a fact or an image or an experience. So if they're looking left and telling you about their night out, that's a good chance they're giving you the real deal. But what about when our eyes wander to the right? That is an entirely different story. This time, they're likely constructing a new story or processing new information. They're not digging up a memory, they are creating a new one. If their eyes dart to the right when they're supposed to be recalling something, they could be making it up on the spot. But again, don't take this as gospel truth. Some people just have wandering eyes. Chapter 6, The Eyebrow Distance. You ever thought about somebody's eyebrows when you're trying to figure them out? Probably not, but here's a secret. The distance between their eyebrows can be a telltale sign of their level of skepticism or doubt. People who are more skeptical tend to raise their eyebrows when they doubt what you're saying. It's like their eyebrows are trying to put some distance between them and the bullshit. Keep an eye out for this, especially in negotiations or arguments. Chapter 7, The Clothes Tell a Story. Next up, clothes. You might think that they're just about fashion or they're just about comfort, but they're also broadcasting signals about the person wearing them. Bright colors can suggest someone is in a good mood or wants to be noticed. Darker colors might mean that they're not feeling the best or trying to blend in. Even the style matters. Formal clothes would suggest seriousness. Casual clothes might indicate a laid-back attitude. Always taking the whole picture. The clothes are just one piece of the puzzle. Chapter 8, The Overdrawn Surprise. How long does it last when something unexpected happens? Few seconds, right? So if someone is acting surprised for more than their 3.5 seconds, give or take, it's a good chance it's not genuine. It could be a sign that they're faking their reaction. Maybe they already knew about it. Maybe they're trying to manipulate the situation. Who knows? The point is, a real surprise is short and sharp. Anything too drawn out might be for show. Chapter 9. Mirroring. Alright, so you probably caught yourself mimicking other person's body language subconsciously. Well, guess what? It's in no way an accident. When someone mirrors your actions, your gestures, your posture, even your little speech patterns, it can be a clear sign they want to connect with you. It's like they're saying, hey, we're on the same wavelength. We're part of the same tribe. Watch out for this. It can tell you a lot about who's really on your side. Chapter 10. Slip of the tongue, think again. Now here's something interesting. You know those oops moments when you or someone else says something that they shouldn't have? Well, they usually aren't a random mistake. Every slip, every blunder can reveal what we truly think and feel, even when we don't realize it ourselves. It has a tendency to be our brain's way of letting out their sneaky little secrets. So next time someone accidentally says something out of line, remember that might be a peek into their real thoughts and their real feelings. Chapter 11. The quiet ones. Next up, the quiet kind. They don't talk much, but that doesn't mean that they don't have much to say. Some are simple, and some are straightforward. They speak when they have something important to say, and otherwise they just enjoy the silence. Then there are others who carry an ocean of thoughts and emotions under their calm exterior. Their silence is just a cover for the storm inside. So don't dismiss someone because they're not chatty. Try to get to know them, and you might discover a treasure trove of insights. Chapter 12. Discomfort and avoidance. We all have topics we'd rather not discuss. You can see this in people's behaviors when such topics come up. They might look away, or fidget, or even try and change the subject. These are signs of discomfort and avoidance that you can tell a person is afraid of something when it happens. That this person has fears, anxieties, and unresolved issues, so be alert. Chapter 13. The upside down phone trick. Alright, here's a sneaky one. You ever notice somebody placing their phone upside down on the table? Might seem like a casual move, but it could be more than that. It could suggest that they have something to hide. Maybe they don't want you to see their notifications. Maybe they're trying to focus on the conversation. Either way, it's a sign that they're not being fully open. So keep this in mind next time you're chatting with someone who does this. The direction of someone's feet during a conversation is a surprisingly accurate indicator of their interest, of intention. If their feet are pointing towards you, they're engaged and they're interested in the interaction. If their feet are pointing away, especially towards an exit, they might be looking for an escape route. Keep an eye on that. It can help you figure out who's genuinely interested in the conversation and who's just biding their time. Ever notice how someone's voice can change when they're excited or upset? The pitch and tone of a person's voice can be a direct line into their emotional state. If their voice goes high, they might be stressed or scared. If it goes low and quiet, they could be trying to control their anger or hide their disappointment. These aren't just vocal quirks, mate. They're emotional tells, reveals. Chapter 16. Group laughter. The next time you're in a group and something funny happens, pay attention to where people look when they laughed. It's a natural instinct to glance at the person that we feel closest to, or even the person we're attracted to. So if you crack a joke and everyone's looking at John, well, maybe John's the big cheese in the group. Or maybe there's a little more than friendship brewing for some. It's a small detail, but it can give you a lot of insights into the dynamics of a group. Chapter 17. The handshake. The handshake ain't just a greeting, my dudes. It is a whole communication in and of itself. The pressure someone applies during a handshake can tell you if they're trying to assert dominance or if they're more submissive. A bone-crushing grip might mean they're trying to show that they're the boss. A limp handshake could mean that they don't care, or they're not confident. Reading people and their intentions is not an easy task, but it is crucial for social survival. Pay better attention to the people that you hang around. This will come in handy. Not everyone is who they seem, unfortunately.